Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Empowering Industry Podcast. I'm your host, Charli Matthews, and I'm excited about my guest today. I see him all the time at different trade shows, but I haven't gotten to do a deep dive kind of into how he got into the industry. So I'm excited about that. So I will let you jump on here and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Zeki Oral. I'm Chief Technology Officer for Wilo Americas. I've been in this position since this beginning of this year, and with Wilo about 3 years. And I've been in the pump business for the last 30 years. Actually, it's coming into the 30 year mark. It tells you it's a long time.
Yes, well, once you get into the pump industry, you stay. We know that. But I do want to know kind of what brought you into it, right? How did you get into it from the beginning? I know you were in the Navy and some of that in your background. So tell us a little bit about it.
So I started my career as a naval officer. I signed up from high school time and went through the school and graduated from Naval Academy in Turkey. So you can hear my accent. This is Midwestern Kansas accent. I've been trying to sell that joke. Is not working. So uh, when I started, my goal was I'm going to go through the Navy, go through the ranks and retire eventually, maybe manage a shipyard or something. That was my end goal when I started my career. But along the line, somewhere at the time, I ended up coming to the United States. Prior to that, I went to school in the United States for mechanical engineering, master's degree, and other stuff. So I had some education here, but I had no plans. Even when I was studying here, it just happened by itself. And since then, once I came in here, I looked for jobs, and turns out that a Navy, actually a submariner, was hiring an application engineer. And I'm thinking, I have no knowledge, I have no skills in this market coming out of a different environment. He told me that I know what I'm doing. He told me that I'll do. So he hired me as an application engineer. Since then, I'm in the pump business. I'm enjoying it. It's a very tight community. We know each other, just like you, Charli. We see each other in different places, in the shows and connect with each other. That includes my colleagues in the marketplace with the other companies too.
Well, I love that, but I love that it was also in Kansas. So I grew up, well, I was born on a Navy base, and it was in Millington, Tennessee. And I always think it's funny because it's not near the ocean, neither one of these places, but here we are. Um,
Other place that you can find from the ocean, right?
that's right. That's right. There's plenty of water, and lakes,
Yeah.
and rivers, and everything to train as well. So, but I just found that kind of fascinating. And then we do have a lot of people in our industry that do come from the military background, and that I think it's interesting to see and kind of those leaders. You're taught leadership skills there and can apply them into this corporate world, if you will.
Correct. And that's a very good example of it. Initially, when you think about, hey, I don't have these skills, then you realize it is about the discipline, business discipline, military discipline. The core of it is the discipline of the business. How do you do things? How do you follow things? How do you treat people? How do you how can you be fair at the same time ask for things to be delivered? So more or less everything from my background applied. I just didn't realize the connection initially. But over time, I'm like, hey, if you want to be disciplined, if you want to achieve these, it's the same principles. It's just different levels that you play with.
And that's one of your passions too, right? To help mentor and develop people. How are you doing that kind of in the workforce today?
Currently, I don't have a person that I mentor, but I still get calls from even my past colleagues asking for advices for their future, for their current jobs, for their ideas of what should be my next step. And I try to spend the time with them to explain what's possible, because you don't want to settle for where you are today, and you want to look for goals that you want to go and then try to get there. What does it take to go there? sometimes you think from, if I need to be here, what kind of education, what kind of skills do I need to get there? Who do I need to network with too? It is not just education. It's not just for skill. At the same time, networking within the organizations, within the community, like pump community is a community too. If you want to get to some place, you have to know people, you have to talk to others, how did they get there, and introduce yourself and show your skills, show your thoughts. So that's how I try to manage within our company or any colleague that I work in our community.
I love that. And I think it's important to have those. And it's not kind of that you're my mentor. It's just really just helping people as they come around into your life or face a challenge, right? Of being supportive there on your side. I love that. Okay, so we do have to talk a little bit about Wilo. Tell us about the company and kind of what it's doing in today's market.
Perfect. So currently, first of all, Wilo is a global company. In over 90 countries, we have either sales office or a production. So we are a global organization. The corporate is in Dortmund, Germany. We mostly have our European core values. So sustainability is number one thing for us. And we go with multiple levels of it, which we call it creating, caring, collaborating. And each those little words have meanings for us. Creating meaning, what can I do for my environment? How can I provide new sustainable solutions, for example, a new innovation, a new way of going into the business? Caring is our environment, for example, healthcare, employee of the choice, those kind of things, employer of the choice, those kind of things are bringing us together. And then collaboration is part of another thing that we work together because we work with global environment, we work with other people, so we create that one too. It's our connecting part of the thing. Having said that, we have 3 different regions that's reporting to Wilo. I'm part of the Wilo Americas, so I'm the Chief Technology Officer for the Wilo Americas, managing our own technological things, new product lines, marketing, those kind of opportunities, while Wilo Group provides the strategic directions for us to go in all regions. Lots of great products, lots of new technologies with us. Also, within Americas, we have local production lines. Wilo is over 150 years old. But when you think about some of our product lines are also 150 years old. So we are well established in the United States also.
Yes, and it's wonderful to think about a global company. I actually love doing that. Even in today's environment, which is challenging here in the United States. But when I think about how many different challenges and cultures and environments that you have to think about as a global company, I just think it's fascinating that we're able to accomplish that. First, as humans, being able to accomplish that, and just to keep the core values there that you're talking about as we move forward.
That's very important. Those core values tie us to each other. So every day we talk about our business, we go back to our core values and where does it fit, which one that we're addressing. We have these global core values. We also have America strategy. We call them cultural pillars: customer first, respect, and continuous improvement. And anywhere we talk internally, for example, we use those pillars. They look like simple words, but just the respect, for example. How do I work with my customer? How do I work with my vendor? How do I communicate with my employees? All those are under that one little word. And we go back and say, is this the right way of doing it? And then we evaluate. And of course, continuous improvement is another one. For example, we have to do better. We have to change things. The world is changing, so we follow that one too.
Yes, and I love a growth mindset. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
topics. Okay, well, I want to do a little rapid fire with you. What is your favorite book?
Ooh, I'm gonna be stumbled right now. I'm reading John Grisham, but that's not the one I can't remember the name, so I'm gonna pass.
Hey, well, I think that there's a whole group of people that read those books,
Yeah,
so that's good. What
yeah.
about your favorite music?
I usually listen to Phil Collins. I
Okay,
like
all
that.
right.
Yeah.
Now, what is the best advice you've ever received?
More or less, one of it is spend it like your own money. When I do investments, I look into it and think about what would I do if it was my own money,
Oh,
and
that's
it
great
tries
advice.
it gives you a right direction.
Yes. Now, if you were going to talk to somebody coming into the pump industry, what advice would you give them?
I usually start with, and you mentioned that you have 6 months to get out of pump business, or you're stuck with it. So
Yes,
the initial one, but uh, at the same time, pump business, either pump manufacturing, but also around the pump manufacturing, because when you think about the utilities and all those people working operations, there are lots of opportunities. This is an industry that's not going anywhere. We always need the water. We always need to provide food that is again water. We have to have the sanitation and everything else. It's a great place to be. There is no job concern. There's always opportunities to grow. So it's a great environment.
absolutely. I always like to say it's vital to life. So come join us if you're not in the pump industry and you hear this. For those of you who did get stuck here, we love it here. And so I'm so glad that you have found a home with us. Well, thank you for your time. I could go on and on, but let's let people know how to contact you and if you have kind of a last thing to say for the audience.
Well, thanks everyone. Anytime you want to join pump business, please contact me. I'm at LinkedIn. You can find me over there, and that's the easiest way to connect.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. And
Thank you for
till
having
next
me.
time, everyone, be empowering.